But we should be going live. There we go. We're live on YouTube now. I forgot. I'm sorry. I accidentally left YouTube out. Okay, my bad. All right. So if your student loan's closed, they're going to stay on your credit report for up to 10 years. It still is helping your credit. Another way that you can start building and kind of going to building and thwarting this negativity that drops your score is to do a secured loan. If you're with the credit union, this is very tremendous for you and could potentially help you, okay? So doing a secured loan for 2 years or all the way up to 5 years, if you can, because every single secured loan with a credit union is going to have certain requirements. Like PenFed, you can only make a minimum of a $20 payment per month. So you have to kind of calculate that 20 bucks all the way across 5 years. How much is that? Okay. So just to make sure that you know that if you're with PenFed, okay, but you can do a secured loan all the way up to 5 years. Some of them do them a little bit longer. Okay. Not a lot of them, but this can help you do that. Okay. If you don't have a credit union, you could do something like Self, or you could do Credit Strong. There are fees involved with those, okay? So just understand that Self and Credit Strong will help you build those installment loans. They're installment loans, okay? That's what student loans are, okay? So you can help replace that. We got a great question in there in the mix from my man over here, Star Young on Facebook. All right, what is this young lady, Star Young, sorry. What is Metro Tube? This is a great question because if you're not a follower and you just showed up, okay? What is Metro Tube? There's a lot of confusion around what Metro 2 is, okay? It is not a format of disputing, it is a format of reporting. Everything on your credit report is structured in Metro 2 format. When you look at a credit report, you just see a credit report, it already looks confusing to you, okay? I've been looking at credit reports for slightly over 10 years now. I can look at a credit report in less than 5 minutes and know what's wrong with it. That's insane. That's where my ADD comes into play, and it's like my superpower, okay? So shout out to everyone that's live. Thanks for hitting the like button. Hit that like button. We got YouTube in the house now. Thank you, all the YouTubers, okay? So Metro 2 was created because there had to be a standard format of reporting on credit reports, okay? Now, something was created called the Consumer Data Industry Association, the CDIA. This is made up of a bunch of board members of big lending companies and a bunch of board members of guess who? The bureaus, the credit bureaus, okay? All the reporting agencies. They created Metro first, and I think it was I can't remember if it was in 2019 when it turned into Metro 2, okay? I could be horribly wrong about that date. But it went from Metro to Metro 2 to get better, more advanced, accurate, okay? Accurate and complete reporting. Everything on a credit report is structured in Metro 2 format, and it must meet the standard format of reporting that the credit bureau has chose, okay? Everything has a coding, has a space. The space has to be filled out. If it's not filled out, then that means it can possibly not be accurate. It's in question, okay? Everything has to meet a certain standard in Metro 2 format of reading. They created something called the Credit Reporting Resources Guide. I call it the Metro 2 Handbook. Everything in that handbook tells you how everything's supposed to be reported per the standards of Metro 2. So whatever format they chose to report in, they have to stick to that format that's on your credit report, okay? So that's very important to understand that, and that is what Metro 2 is. What my company does is we attack in the Metro 2 format. So we create letters showing the credit bureaus that the items that are reporting negatively are not reporting properly per the standards of Metro 2. So we want them deleted because that shows us if it doesn't meet the standards of Metro 2 format of reporting, then it means it's not accurate and it means it's not complete. So why is it on the credit report? Delete it immediately, okay? This is how we attack items. This is not normal for a lot of companies. A lot of companies send out cookie cutter template letters, okay, that have been circulating for decades. The famous one is the 609 letter that they're still selling. They're still handing out. There's people on YouTube that sell these do-it-yourself packages where they sell you all these letters and you got to figure out which one to send, how to fill them out. They got all these blocks that you have to put the account number, the account name, and then you list them all. The credit bureaus recognize these letters. It's important for everyone to understand this. This is why it's becoming much more ineffective to use these letters, because the credit bureaus have gotten hip that it's not a real dispute. This person just got this letter from online or a friend, and they've been using it for a long time, okay? When something gets deleted when you use one of those template letters, it's because it couldn't be verified and it's not accurate, okay? That's the reason why it got deleted. It didn't get deleted because you used the 609 letter. Let's just make that clear. There's no smoking gun letter or no smoking gun verbiage that's going to get a deletion. But Metro 2 compliance challenging has been proven to beat the credit bureaus at their own game, because we're showing them that it's not reporting per the format that they chose to report in. And we're showing them exactly what is wrong. So if you deviate from your process, that means the information is not accurate. And it means the information is not complete. And guess what? Per the FCRAs, the information on your credit report must be accurate and it must be complete. This is why my company does much better and we get better results for our clients because of that. Because we use Metro 2 against the bureaus. We're not going to send cookie cutter template letters. Every letter has to be individually created to get better results for our clients because time is of the essence. My company can only go a maximum of 12 rounds. The most we've ever done is 16, and that is a long time. That is a long time, okay? And the problem is consumers think that credit repair is an overnight process. I'm going to send one letter and poof, it's going to be gone. No, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. It's about consistency, persistence, because the bureaus are going to put all kinds of roadblocks in your way to try to stop you. They're going to send you a letter saying, oh, we received a letter from you that was suspicious. Can you please send us a copy of your driver's license and your social security card? Even though you already sent them a copy of your driver's license and a utility bill, which clearly states that is two pieces that identify who you are, showing who you are. That is another thing that you need to all understand. If you're ever disputing, you need to send a copy of your driver's license and a copy of a utility bill. It can be any type of utility. It could be like a power, a gas bill, a cell phone bill, a cable bill, car insurance, a bank statement, a pay stub, something that shows that this is you, this is your address, and you need to update your driver's license to match your utility bill. Because the number one thing that people don't do is they don't dispute their names and addresses. That's very important to understand that, okay? So you need to attack the names and addresses that do not match your current driver's license. So your driver's license needs to be updated. But every time you send in a dispute, you need to attach a driver's license or utility bill, because if you send in a dispute with no identification, they will literally kick it back and say, we received a suspicious letter and we're going to lock your file out. They'll lock your file because they think that someone's attacking your file, trying to do something crazy, even though they know you're trying to dispute, okay? Again, another stall tactic, okay? All right? So that's important to understand, okay? Where do the addresses come from? This is a great question. We got a great question over here. Why are credit bureaus credit files showing multiple addresses on reports? All right, this is very important to understand where they came from. The addresses came from places you applied at, okay? That's where they're supposed to come from. When you submit an application, you're putting your name, your address, your phone number, your email. That information goes into their database every time you submit an application. So that's where the address was populated. Now, if you never submitted anything with that address on it, then guess what? It's inaccurate. It's not right, it needs to be deleted, okay? It's important to understand, all right? So make sure that you understand that those addresses came from somewhere. Not necessarily from an application. It could have been from a job. Somebody reported it to some type of agency, okay? Could be a school, okay? Where you went to school, kind of crazy. I saw my grandmother's address was on my credit report, and I never lived at my grandma's house. I was like, how the hell did that get even on here? Like, that's insane. It makes no sense to me, okay? So yeah, that's where all those addresses come from. This is a really great question right here. All right, here we go. Should I be using this dispute method instead of using the Experian app? All right. Everyone's going to tell you that, yes, you can dispute online. It's very simple, okay? It's very, very simple, and it's going to get you results. Now, understand, yes, it can work, okay? But here's the big but. If you're disputing online, one, never dispute through Credit Karma, okay? Never, ever dispute through Credit Karma, because you waive your rights to any litigation or any class action lawsuits that are pertaining to you and the credit bureaus, or you and Credit Karma, or you and the credit bureaus and Credit Karma, which either bureau you disputed through their portal, okay? They're going to limit on how you can dispute through their portal. Understand that. They're only going to give you a certain amount of choices. What do you do after that? You have to choose a choice. And you cannot dispute the same thing twice using the same dispute. Okay? That's a big no-no also. Always remember that, okay? So understand, when you're disputing with the credit bureaus, it's not a good thing to dispute in their portals, because it limits to you to how you can dispute. You're not going to get the best results disputing on their formats. Understand that you're using their system, okay? You're trying to dispute the bureaus and you're using their system. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm not saying don't do it, but understand what you're doing. Let's use a little bit of common sense here. It is easier, but Metro 2 is always going to kick in the door. That's why we've been using it for such a long time, okay? So understand, that's why it's important. We create a DIY program that is advanced and unlike anything else you've ever seen, okay? We'll talk about this for a second. We create a do-it-yourself program, okay? All right? That was created to be easy and seamless for anybody to use, okay? Now, when you buy a do-it-yourself program, they send you all these letters, and then you have to figure out which one to use, how to use it properly, when to send it, when not to send it, what to put on it, okay? They make it difficult, okay? It's not going to be easy to use a do-it-yourself program, and you can do some wrong things, okay? Just keep it real with you. Now, in our system, you don't have to do any of that. You sign up at $50 a month, okay? Yes, I said that, $50 a month. This is the lowest I've ever gotten any program to. And I built this for the people because people were asking for something more economical. We have a full service program where we do everything for you, but we have a massive team behind it that makes it all happen. So that's why the price is the price that it is, okay? But with the DIY, it's $50 a month. We create your Metro 2 letter, okay? And then we send it to your email. You open your email, print it, mail it, and you're done. And then the next month, you'll get charged another $50, okay? And we'll create your next round of letters. We'll refresh your credit report, see if anything has changed, and then we'll proceed to the next round, okay? Using Metro 2/factual disputing, the most advanced in the industry. These are not template letters. They're not template letters. Understand that, okay? This is very important to understand that our system does not use template letters. We're not going to send you letters to fill out. We're going to make your letters for you, okay? Once we get all the documentation, we're going to need a copy of your driver's license, a utility bill, because we're going to create the letters and attach that to your letters so you don't have to do anything else. You just literally print them out, stuff them in an envelope. We're going to give you a copy of the envelope so you know where to send it, to make it even easier, okay? So you're like, oh my God, where'd I mail it? We're gonna put that in the email, print it out, put it in an envelope, send it certified mail, and you're done. It's that simple, okay? That's how easy it is for $50 a month. You can't beat that, okay? We can attack everything, okay? Now, the full service is complete Metro 2 letters also, okay? But in this program, you're going to get a coaching call with me, one-on-one in the first 30 days after you sign up. We process your account. You're going to be given a link as a client where you can book a coaching call with me. You get one coaching call with me in the first 30 days because it's important that we start rebuilding immediately, okay? And then you're going to get another coaching call in 90 days. I'm going to follow up with you, see how you're doing, seeing what you're working on, following up to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay? Some people need to rebuild. Some people need to learn how to use their credit properly. And I'm one-on-one with every single one of my clients. You will talk to me, okay? It's important to understand. You're going to get access to a client portal. We're going to communicate with you. At the end of every round, we're going to send you an update. You're going to get a notification letting you know when your letters have been created and they've been sent out, okay? You can see in the client portal how many items are in dispute, how many items have been deleted, how your progress is moving, okay? You can see your scores in there, but they're not FICO scores. Understand that. But you do see your Vantage credit scores in there, so you can see how they're moving and they're fluctuating up and down and all that stuff, okay? So we do offer the full service, okay? That's important. But understand, I want everyone to understand about credit repair, whether you're working it on your own, using my DIY, or doing it on your own, or you hire full service. There's no such thing as overnight success with credit repair. Understand that. Nobody, okay, is going to be able to tell you whether or not they can delete something from your credit report. You have to go through the process. My process is one of the best in the industry. We do nothing illegal, okay? Remember that. We're doing everything 100% legal. We're attacking the items how they are reporting, okay? It's a great question. Why no FICO? FICO does not allow us to pull the data from their system into our system. This is the reason why we can't have the FICO in our system. It sucks. Of course, FICO is protecting it, making sure we can't pull that data from their site. We work with Smart Credit that allows us to pull the data into our site, into our system to analyze it, because when you become a full service client, we do a credit analysis report, okay? The credit analysis report is going to show me every negative item that's hurting your credit, and I'm going to email you a copy of it. Once I email you a copy of it, me and my team get to work and we create your first round of letters, and then you go to email notification. Then we're going to wait 35 days. Once the 35 days end, Monday through Friday, my team sends you an update. Did you get deletions? Did you not get deletions? No matter what, you're going to get an update. We're going to send you that update. Then we get to work and we create your next round of letters, and then we do that cycle again, okay? The average life cycle, okay, is going to be 8 to 12 months. That's normal, okay? So yeah, let's get it cracking. So the DIY attacks, or any of my systems, attack late payments, charge-offs, collections, repos, medical collections, child support, okay, student loans, bankruptcies. I wonder if I'm missing something like that. Did I say medical collections? Yeah, medical collections. Just anything that's negatively impacting your credit file, our system will find it, scan it, and attack it, okay? That's how it's designed, so understand that, all right? But unfortunately, my FICO does not allow us to pull that information into our system, okay? This is a really interesting question. So we got a question. Hey, Mike, how do you tell if a credit file has been flagged online, e.g. Experian? How do you know if the report is in Metro 2 format? Every single credit report is structured in Metro 2 format, no matter the credit bureau. Understand that. Anything on your credit report has to be structured in Metro 2. It is. That's just facts, okay? So there isn't a thing that you need to know that it's structured. It is structured in Metro 2, okay? So understand that, okay? The DIY is $50 a month. The full service is $325 to get started, and then $200 every month after. Okay, that's the price for the two systems. DIY is $50 a month. All you get is the letters. You get no support. You get no updates. You get nothing. We email you the letters. You print them. You mail them, and we're done. Full service, $325 to get started, $200 every month. We give you updates. You get one-on-one coaching calls with me. You get access to a client portal. We get updates every 35 days. You get the credit rebuilding course also, okay? There's a lot going on the full service. All right. So let's get back to talking about this. All right, let's go. Let's see what other questions we got. All right. Let's talk about hard inquiries. I like to talk about hard inquiries, okay? A lot of people think that hard inquiries really hurt your credit score, okay? So let's talk about that. Hard inquiries. Everybody wants to know about hard inquiries. Okay, we got a really good question over here on TikTok. I'm going to come back to the hard inquiry thing, okay? Guarantees. Nobody in credit repair can guarantee anything. That's 100% illegal. I bet everybody didn't know that, right? Did anybody know that? That any guarantee in credit repair is illegal, okay? You cannot tell somebody you can delete something from their credit report because you don't work for the credit bureaus, okay? But what you can do is tell them how your process works, okay? And how your process is winning. But nobody can guarantee you anything. Anybody that guarantees you anything is absolutely lying. Know that, okay? Always remember that if someone says, oh, yeah, man, I'm going to delete that from your credit report, bro. I got you. I got you. That's how they sound, okay? They're lying, okay? Or my favorite, yeah, we got some people inside the bureau, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna attack the bureaus. We got people on the inside, man. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get these things deleted from your credit report. They're lying, okay? Anybody that tells you how much your score is going to rise or tell you how much your score can increase, excuse me, is you Jesus? Okay? Is you Jesus? Can you tell me some other things too? Because there's nobody on God's given earth that can tell you how much your scores can increase. They don't know because every file is structured different. Okay? Remember that. So if someone's telling you your score is going to rise 120 points in 90 days or 30 days or 60 days, they're full of shit. And that's illegal. That's 100% illegal. There are rules and regulations in the credit repair. All right? Just want to tell you guys. All right, hard inquiries. Let's get back to hard inquiries. Everybody wants to know how to delete hard inquiries. Now, one, you need to understand hard inquiries do not hurt your credit score. Let's say hypothetically you got 40 hard inquiries and you want to get these 40 hard inquiries off your credit report, right? And you think your score is going to rise. It ain't going to happen. Your score does not budge when you delete those hard inquiries, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, your score does not increase when you delete hard inquiries. I think the most hard inquiries I deleted off of one credit report was like 102 or something like that. It was something insane, okay? And that's how Metro 2 works. It kicks in the door, okay? But deleting 100-something hard inquiries, this client was like, why didn't my score move? I said, did you not believe me when I told you your score is not going to increase when hard inquiries are deleted? Okay? Did you think I was lying about it? Like, come on, man. I'm very transparent with my clients, okay? So remember, when you apply for credit, okay, you're going to lose 1 to 3 points if you get approved, up to 6 if you get declined. And think about it like this. You're not paying attention when your score goes up 1 point or 2 points or 3 points. Your score rebounds usually in about 6 to 9 months after that hard inquiry. So you didn't really pay attention to when your score rebounded from it because it was very minuscule, okay? So when people think that it affects your score so much, they're so focused on hard inquiries. Oh my God, get them off my credit report. They're hurting my credit. And I'm like, no, they're really not, bro. Things that hurt your credit, carrying high utilization. You should not be carrying more than 9% utilization. The moment you cross the threshold of 9% utilization, you're burning points, okay? I see so many credit reports where people say, I thought I could carry up to 30% utilization. No, you can use up to 30% of your credit utilization. Remember the word use, okay? Utilization is based on the balances that are reported, okay? So remember that. Balances that are reported. So keeping your utilization very low, here's a secret. Everyone pay attention. I hope everyone's paying attention, okay? Get your score, your utilization all the way down below 9%, okay? Get it all the way down. Make sure there's no balance on your credit card when the 2 days before the statement closing date closes, because it takes 2 days for the payment to clear, okay? Usually, okay, 1 to 2 business days for a payment to clear. Once the payment has cleared and the statement closing date hits or the ending date hits, let's say hypothetically it's the 20th, don't use that card for up to 7 days maximum. So it reports a zero balance, okay? Keeping your score at zero balance is going to get you to the first peak point of your credit score, okay? Now, the next peak point is going to be 1 to 6% utilization. You can potentially get up to 10 extra points by carrying 1 to 6% utilization. I may get 10, you may only get 3, she may only get 5, someone might only get 8, but the maximum amount of points you can get for carrying up to 1 to 6% utilization is up to 10 points. You can't get any more than that. So all those people saying you got to carry a balance to get it to keep your credit score up. You got to, always carry a balance, because then it shows that you're using the credit card. If you don't, the credit card company doesn't know you're using your credit card. It's not true, okay? Utilization is the balances that are reported, okay? We got a good question over here. Secured credit card or loan? This is a great question. Secured credit cards are not great for your credit file unless they graduate to an unsecured credit card, okay? Now, what do I mean by graduate? All right. If a credit card starts off as a secured credit card, you want it to graduate to unsecured, because if it graduates to unsecured, you keep the same account number, you keep the same account on the file, and then just switch the product to an unsecured credit card. The Discover It credit card is the only one that goes from secured to unsecured, okay? There's some credit unions that do that, okay? All right. So that's important to understand. Only certain credit cards do that. Discover It is the only credit card right now that is doing it. Capital One has been pulling away from this. They offer people other credit cards. Then you're stuck with this card. It doesn't look like a secured card after a certain while. It reports as an unsecured card. Some of them stay secured for eternity as long as you keep it on your file. And remember, if you have a secured card and then you close it later, when you close that account, it's going to hurt your credit score temporarily, but your score is going to rebound in 3 to 6 months, at the most 9 months. And that account is going to stay on your credit report for up to 10 years. It doesn't just go away, okay? So secured credit cards are not great unless you're with a credit union. Hear me what I'm saying. Unless you're with a credit union and you got a nice lump sum amount of money you can put up, you show this to the credit union is going to love it, okay? Normal banks, doesn't matter to them, okay? It's not going to make them give you another credit card because they base their decisions on your credit score. Credit unions are relationship-based banks. Also, do a secured loan, and this is another tip. Write this down, okay? Pay attention, everyone. Do a secured loan with your credit union, okay, or your bank if they offer it. Not a lot of regular banks offer secured loans, but if they do, you can do this if it's offered. Do a minimum of 2 years. If you do 6 months, that's fine, but understand the account's going to close and it's going to negatively affect you, and you only get 6 months of reporting. Reporting of 6 months of positive payments is okay, but it's not great. It's still 6 months of positive payment reporting. But if you do 2 years, okay, that is a long time to have. That's 24 months of on-time payments reporting. Now, let's say you do a $500 secured loan. Once the loan becomes active, well, first off, you need to give them the $500. They're going to put it in savings. You can't touch it. Okay. This is an investment to your future and your credit. Remember this. With the credit union, this is even better. This is what they love to see. Okay. Can't stress that enough. Okay. All right. So you put your $500 up. The loan becomes active. Once the loan becomes active, you pay off 80% of the loan. Okay. Once it becomes active, do not put the account on auto payment, because if you do, it'll close it because it's scheduled to make certain amount of auto payments, and it's gonna close, and you don't want that. You want to pay off 80% of the loan and let the rest of the loan run the entire 2 years, okay? And that's going to build up 24 months of positive payment history, and the credit union or your bank is going to love it, and it looks great on your file because that's a bank secured loan, okay? Which is great. Thank you for the good question, man. That was a good question. All right, let me see what we got over here. Almost in the 800, gang. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So, yes, this is very important, you guys. When your statement closing date hits, okay, don't use a credit card for up to 7 days so it reports a zero balance. The credit card company has 3 to 7 days to report your balance. A lot of people say 3 to 5. I say do 7 days just to create a nice cushion just in case, okay? The credit card company has 3 to 7 days to report your balance to the credit bureaus, okay? So understand that. That's very important. So this is why when the statement closing date hits, let's say hypothetically on the 20th, don't use the credit card until the 27th so it reports a zero balance. You're keeping your utilization low. You're reporting a zero balance. That's what credit card companies want to see. That's what lenders want to see. There's nobody that's going to be like, oh, sweet, look at those balances. That's nice. Okay. So, yeah, understand that. All right. We got a good question on TikTok over here. This guy, he's got a credit score of 780. What's the best card to get? One of the cards I don't talk about, let me pull it up real quick. See if I can pull it up on my phone over here, is the City Premier. Okay. The City Premier. I'm a big fan of this card, so I'll tell you what you get with this card. The City Premier is a great card. You got a good credit score, this is a perfect card, okay? If you go to the link in my bio, you can find my page for all credit card offers. If you want to support my page, go apply through that link. That helps support our page, okay? So the City Premier is a very underappreciated credit card, is the best way of saying it, because you get 3 points per dollar at restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, air travel, and a hotel, okay? That's one of the best part. It's a World Elite MasterCard with crazy benefits, which is the extended warranties, damage, and theft protection. This is something that a lot of people don't understand about credit cards, that the extended warranty and damage and theft protection, what does that mean? I talked about this, I think, last night. Really good credit cards can give you an extended warranty from the product that you bought after the manufacturer's warranty has expired. They give you an extended warranty. Some of them are 6 months. A lot of them are a year, okay? So once that manufacturer's warranty ends, then the warranty from your credit card company kicks in, which is fantastic. So you essentially get a 2-year warranty on that item. If the item is lost, stolen, or damaged within 90 days from when you purchased it, they'll refund you the full purchase amount. Tell me what debit card does that. I don't know any, okay? Just in case everybody knows, okay? That is the City Premier credit card, okay? Is a great credit card. So just remember that, ladies and gentlemen, City Premier. For my Facebook and YouTube people, I'm going to put the credit card link in the comments, okay? So give me a second. Okay, the City Premier is a great credit card for this guy who was asking, okay? It's very unspoken. Check it out. Also, the American Express Gold Card. because it gets 4x points at supermarkets, 4x points at dining in restaurants, dining in, takeout. If you do Uber Eats, okay, it counts for that. If you do any type of dining or restaurant dining, it's 4x points. That's the majority of where people spend their money is on groceries, gas, and restaurants, okay? So the American Express Gold Card helps you stack more points and get more rewards. So you want to look for points for credit cards that have more than 3 points or 3 miles, because they're, miles cards, okay, per every category. That's very important to understand that, okay? You need to get a credit card that makes sense for your lifestyle. So if you're not eating out a lot, you might not want one that has, stuff for eating at restaurants. But a lot of people spend their money on restaurants and gas. Remember, that's another one. And also supermarkets. Okay. So that's why the American Express Gold Card is a must-have for a lot of people in their wallet. Okay. All right, I got a really great question. Okay. We got to put this one up on the screen. Why does Credit Karma lie about your credit score? Okay. So this is important. We have not. Okay, so I want everyone to hear this. Why does Credit Karma lie about your credit score? Are they technically lying? No. It's just the fact that as consumers, we don't understand the difference between a Vantage credit score, okay, and a FICO credit score. And when you look at an app, your mind doesn't automatically take you to see what type of credit score it is. Your mind just automatically says, oh, this is my free credit score. That's pretty sweet. Okay. So you just look at the credit score, right? All right. Right. So that's what kind of sucks. Okay. And people just don't understand that there's no free app out there that gives you your free FICO score. Remember that. There's no free app that gives you your free FICO score. Okay. Remember that. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back on what I just said because I'm gonna explain why. Experian is the only one that shows you your FICO 8. Okay. But the score that it shows you is only your top general score. That's not what lenders see. Lenders see your FICO 8 auto for auto loans. Lenders see your FICO bank card score 8 for credit cards, and mortgage lenders see your FICO 2, 4, and 5 for mortgage loans, okay? You have to pay to see these scores. These are the most important scores that you're going to be looking for anything that has to do with credit, because this is what lenders are looking for, okay? Remember, no app is going to give you your free FICO scores that lenders look at. I talk about my score IQ all the time because it's the cheapest version to see these scores, okay? My score IQ on $1 on a 7-day trial will show you your FICO 8 auto, your FICO mortgage 2, and your FICO 8 bank card score, and your top 3 FICO 8 scores. That, like, there's nobody else that does that for $1 on a 7-day trial, okay? It's in my link, in my bio, on my TikTok. I'll put the link up here on this page so you guys can go see what your industry scores are. Remember what I just said, your industry scores, okay? This is very important that you understand this because a lot of people don't understand when I say industry-specific scores, okay? Remember, there's no free score that is your industry's credit score because nobody gives out a free FICO industry score. I'm sorry to say that, but it's a fact, okay? I want everyone to understand that because a lot of people just don't get it and they think that, oh, you're just trying to sell something. No, this is true facts, okay? So remember, we're going to go over it again. Credit card companies are going to be looking for your FICO 8 auto, okay? I'm sorry. Credit card company is looking for your FICO 8 bank card score, okay? Remember that. your FICO 8 bank card score, okay? Credit card companies are looking for your FICO 8 bank card score, all right? Auto lenders are going to be looking for your FICO 8 auto, okay? Remember that. FICO 8 auto for your auto loans, okay? Now for mortgages, they're going to be looking for your FICO 2, 4, and 5 for mortgages, okay? Remember that. Your FICO 2, 4, and 5 for mortgages. It's very important that everyone understands that. I put the link in there, okay? So you guys can go check out your scores, okay? It's $1 on a 7-day trial, and then I believe it's $34.99 to keep access to it. It shows you those scores, and it also shows you your credit reports. So you can see all that stuff in one place, okay? All right. I hope that answers your question. There's a lot of confusion around credit scores, and consumers just don't understand, and this is why Credit Karma gets away with it, and it's confused consumers. It's created credit score confusion, okay? I know it sounds crazy. It's credit score confusion, okay? All right. How often should you have updated your credit scores? You get one refresh every 30 days if you're paying for a service, okay? One refresh every 30 days when you're paying for a credit monitoring service is what you normally get. Yo, hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit that like button, okay? Tyler Francis, congratulations. It worked. Okay. All right. Does Experian Pay membership show you accurate industry scores? Now, Experian service does show you accurate industry scores. That one is $20 a month. It's like $19.99. It's the cheapest version, okay? But it doesn't show you all of the scores. Remember that. It doesn't show you all the scores. There's only one company that shows you all of the FICO scores, and guess who it is? It's myfico.com. That one is like $39.99 for the lowest plan that shows you all the scores, and you get refreshed for one refresh every 30 days, okay? That's very important to understand. You only get one refresh of your credit score every 30 days. That's why it's important to manage your utilization. Make sure you get on-time payments. I cannot stress to you enough, payment history makes up 35% of your credit score, okay? All right? Remember that. Payment history makes up 35% of your credit score, so when you get a late payment, it hurts you. It's very difficult to reverse late payments. The only thing that we've seen in the industry that is successful at reversing late payments is Metro 2 compliance challenging. There's a thing called a goodwill letter. Understand, you want to use the goodwill letter after you've disputed and you can't reverse it. Because if you send a goodwill letter stating, hey, I went through financial hardship, can you please reverse this late payment? You know, it's really hurting my score. I would greatly appreciate it. Some companies will do it and some companies will not. And you're admitting to the late payment. If you admit, it's game over. If you send a goodwill letter first before you disputed it, you're going to try to dispute it after you sent the goodwill letter and you admitted to it. You're hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's important to understand. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is a great question. All right. So Discover 5% cash back. Okay. The Discover It card is a very good credit card to have. Okay. I have it in my wallet. 5% cash back is one of the top categories. Okay. The first year, you're going to get 5% cash back. And they will cash match you for your first year of being with Discover. Dollar for dollar. There's no, hold on. I can't remember. Is there no cap? Nope, there's no cap. Okay. So you can literally match dollar for dollar. Discover will match your cash back for your first year. And I think it's interest free for a certain amount of time right now. I can't remember. Let's look it up real quick. Okay. Let's see what it's at right now. It'll take me a second. Let's go. Let's load up. So it's really important for everyone to understand what cashback match is. A lot of credit card companies don't offer it, or if they offer cashback match, they cap it. Okay, so they cap that cashback match. Okay, and then what they do is they cap it out, and you can't do it. Discover does not cap on your cashback match. Okay, so that's important. Okay. So your first year, they will match you dollar for dollar, okay? You can get a 0% APR for 15 months, okay? 0% APR for 15 months. It's not a pretty bad deal. So I never promote carrying balances, but if you need to, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Do they have theft protection? Yes, Discover does have theft protection. Okay, sorry, I couldn't say that right. Okay. I can't remember what it's called. Give me 1 second. It's on here. Here we go. 0% fraud liability. You are never responsible for the unauthorized purchases on your credit card. It says it on their site. Okay. So yeah. All right. This is a great question. All right. This is a business credit question. Will it hinder me from my business credit not being an LLC in business for 6 years? In order to build business credit, you need to have an LLC. It has to be an LLC or a corporation. Unfortunately, that's how it has to be. I'm sorry. You cannot do it as a sole prop. It's just not how it works. Business credit is creating that structure, that entity, and it keeps it away from your personal credit. That's the whole purpose of it. Okay. So yeah, you need to, if you're doing business, listen, it makes sense to do an LLC or corporation based on your business. So you need to talk to a tax professional to see where your business is at, how much revenue you're doing. That's really what it boils down to at the end of the day, okay? All right. All right, we got a how do I do, all right, we got a super chat here. All right, how do I use a deletion to remove the same account from a different bureau? That's a really great question. A lot of people think that because one bureau deleted it, the other bureaus have to. It's not how it works, unfortunately. Okay. It's really unfortunate, but because one bureau deletes it doesn't mean that the other ones will delete it. Okay. Now, what you can do, okay, you can file a complaint with the CFPB. Right now is the time to do it because the CFPB is really trying to enforce the fact that if the credit bureaus aren't doing a real investigation, it's called failure to investigate. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to answer this question the best that I can. So if you get an item deleted from one credit bureau, everyone thinks that it should be deleted from all 3 bureaus. That's not necessarily the truth because each entity is running their own operation. They don't abide by what somebody else has done. TransUnion doesn't care what Experian has done. Equifax doesn't care about it. They don't care about each other, okay? What happens at one doesn't determine what's going to happen at the others. But if you've sent the same letters to all 3 credit bureaus and one of them decides to delete, great. Save the letter from the credit bureaus that showed you they deleted it, okay? Now, you're going to take copies of those letters. You're going to go to the CFPB website and you're going to file a complaint against the 2 credit bureaus that have not deleted it. You're going to state, I have sent this letter to all 3 credit bureaus. Equifax, let's say hypothetically, Equifax has deleted the item, but these other 2 bureaus have not deleted it. And I have proven that this information is not accurate and it's not complete. Please help me get this deleted from my credit report. It is hurting my credit. You need to file that complaint with the CFPB. You need to send your letter certified mail so you have proof that you sent it, so they cannot say that this did not happen, okay? That's very important to understand that, okay? All right. So I hope that answered your question. That was a really good question. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. This is a great question. Alex Valero, okay? Let's say you have $1,000 limit and charge $1,000 and pay it off 3 times before the close date to report zero balance. Does it show that you charged and paid $3K in that month? Okay. Remember, okay, the credit card company knows what you're doing. You can make one payment a day. You can pay as many times in a month as you want. But your main objective is to make sure that it reports a zero balance, okay? The credit card company is not going to report how many times you paid it, okay? They're not going to report that, okay? They're not going to report how much you used. They're going to report the balance that is owed. Utilization is the balances that are owed, okay? So it does not show that you charged in $3,000 in 1 month, okay? Now, that matters to the credit card company, and I'm going to explain to you why. If you use your credit card and you're paying it off in full and you're using these large amounts, if you have $1,000 limit, okay, and you use, $3,000, the more that you do that, we call that cycling a credit card. The credit card company is going to see that you need more money, so they're going to be incentivized to raise your credit limit, okay, every 6 to 8 months or at minimum once a year, okay? If you're doing this properly and you're not carrying a balance, this is going to help you report zero balance, and the credit card company is going to see that you're responsible and you're not carrying any balances. So what they're going to do is they're going to want to give you more money, okay? They're going to raise those credit limits. This is how you raise credit limits. If you have a $500 credit limit and you're only using $30 a month, why would they want to give you any more money, okay? You're showing that you're not using the money. But if you have 500 and you use that 500 3 times, but you pay it off in full and you didn't carry a balance, you didn't report a balance, and you did this consecutively for 6 months, the credit card company is going to see that you need more money. So they want to give you more money. Increase those credit limits, okay? Let's raise those credit limits. And then when you go apply for another card, they're going to see that you have a higher credit limit. So they're going to offer you a higher credit limit, equal or higher to the limits that they see on your credit reports. See, this is why secured credit cards don't do you any favors on your credit reports, because they're low limits. And then now there's confusion because you have a couple of, $2,000 credit cards. You got a 300, a 500, 800. Okay. Now the new credit card company doesn't know who to give, and like if they should give you a good amount or not. So they kind of give you a middle tier. So you don't get a good credit card limit. Okay. So understand. Okay. So that's important to understand. I hope that cleared up that question. That was a great question, Alex. Okay. I hope that answered that. All right. Inquiry removal. So let's talk about how to attack inquiries the simplest way, okay? You're going to pick up the phone. You're going to call all 3 credit bureaus. Experian and Equifax is going to be super helpful. Now remember, I'm going to teach you how to delete hard inquiries right now, okay? Pay attention. Write this down, all right? All right? Hit that like button so I can tell you guys how to delete these hard inquiries, okay? Don't waste your money trying to go after hard inquiries. I mean, if you want to, you can. If you don't want to do the work yourself, okay? Deleting hard inquiries is not going to increase your credit score, okay? Understand that, okay? Okay? All right, so TransUnion is going to be a pain in the ass, okay? They're not going to be helpful. They're the hardest bureau to deal with. Just understand that, okay? So they're going to put up a fight over the phone. When you call any credit bureau, you want to start off the conversation very, very friendly. Hey, what's up? My name is Mike. Okay. And they're going to verify your information. You're going to ask to speak to the fraud department. Okay. Go watch my video of the phone numbers so you can call. Okay. Ask to speak to the fraud department of every credit bureau. Once you get a human, then you're going to say, hey, he's going to say, hey, what's up, man? My name's George. How can I help you today? This is Equifax. You say, hey, what's up, George? How's your day? How's your day today, George? How's your day going? George will be, oh, hey, my day's okay. Thanks for asking. Nobody's asked me that all day. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Man, how many times have you been yelled at today, George? Okay. And he's going to start laughing. You're going to laugh. I'm like, listen, brother, I'm not here to yell at you. I'm just here to see if you can help me with something, man. Can you help me with something today? He was like, yeah, well, what can I help you with? I was like, listen, man, I got a bunch of hard inquiries, okay, on my credit report that aren't mine, okay? Can you help me delete these from my credit report, please? Sure, tell me which ones you're talking about. So you're going to tell them the name, okay? So let's say, who are we going to use here? We're going to say BMW Financial, okay? BMW Financial. That's not my hard inquiry on 12/31/2021, okay? So he's gonna mark it to delete it, okay? Go down the list, every single one. Say, listen, thank you so much for all your help today. Then George is gonna hit you with this trick thing. He's gonna say, hey, I'm gonna place a fraud alert on your credit report to protect your credit file. Oh, no. Listen, George, that's not necessary. You've been so helpful today. What I'm going to do, George, as soon as I get off the phone with you, I'm going to freeze my credit report. But please do not put a fraud alert on my credit file. I don't want that. Those things are a big headache, okay? All right? So make sure you tell George or whoever you're talking to, okay, that you do not want any fraud alerts on any of your credit reports, okay? All right, remember that. George, we don't want any fraud alerts on our credit reports, okay? Man, we got some spam coming in here, man, like big time over here on Facebook, man. So give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having to deal with these people. I'm blocking them and deleting them. Lord mercy, they're coming in hot. Let me go ahead and block these people real quick. Okay, this is what happens, man. These people come into the comments trying to spam us and hurt our followers. It's insane, man. But make sure that when you talk to George, okay, that George does not put a fraud alert on your credit report. Remember that. You do not want a fraud alert on your credit report, okay? If a fraud alert is on your credit report, it can cause you to get declined, okay? And you do not want that nonsense, okay? Remember that. Now, if you have a fraud alert on your credit report, all you have to do is call the credit bureaus and ask them to remove the fraud alert, okay, from your credit report. Call them, do it over the phone. You can also send them a letter. Send it certified mail so you have proof that you asked them to remove the fraud alert. Please remove this fraud alert from my credit file immediately. I did not request this. I want it removed yesterday, okay? Because you do not want that, okay? All right. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that helped you with attacking hard inquiries, okay? It's the easiest strategy you can get. All right. Let me make sure there's no more spam bots in here. All right, let's see what we got. Currently at 700 plus, entering a business credit, just formed an LLC, got a line of credit, given an intro. Yeah, that's pretty. Congratulations over here, Revelations. Okay, start building that business credit immediately. There's some banks that will give you an intro, okay, line of credit. All right, so that's very important. Truist is really great at this. Credit unions are really great at this. Credit unions want a little bit more relationship. They don't just start throwing lines of credit out there, but some companies will. Jamie R, greetings from Greensboro. What up? What up? Okay. So yeah, There we are. Started at a credit union. There we go. Okay, that's great. What credit union revelations? Tell us the juice, bro. Don't keep us waiting. You know what I'm saying? Tell us where it's at. Tell us what credit union you do this at, man. I'm over here blocking users on Facebook. Okay. Did that with Truist. I see that one person. There we go. Truist in the house. Suncoast Credit Union. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Suncoast Credit Union. They will help you get a line of credit once you open up an account with them. A lot of banks do this to help you start establishing business credit because they know how important it is. Okay. And when you do this, make sure that you ask them if is it going to report and who does it report to. There's different places that it needs to report to. Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Business, Equifax Business, and TransUnion Business. There's 4 places that it can report to, okay? There's a lot more reporting agencies, but that's important for you guys to know for business credit, okay? All right? So that's important for everyone to know that you want everything. Last part's the most important, just in case everyone doesn't know that, okay? We have a business program that went live, okay, this week. I'll put the link in. The link is in my bio on TikTok, okay? And the link is in, let me see 1 second. I'm going to put the link up for all the people that are on the Facebook Live and the Facebook Live and YouTube, okay? Just so everybody has it. But business credit program is live. It is a full lifetime access to the program, okay? Just so everybody knows. You'll get 12 months of support. If you have any problems, any issues, they're going to help you get through it, okay? And explain to you what the steps are you need to do to move forward. Hey, thanks for the gun, okay? The business program is not a bottom tier program. It is a top tier program. We're going to start from the very beginning, making sure that you structure everything properly because everything needs to match properly across all platforms, across all credit reporting agencies, okay? That's very important to understand that. The credit rebuilding program has 2 different price points. You do a one-time fee. It's $2,497. Then there's a 6-month payoff program of $997 for the first month and then $397 every month after for 6 months, okay? We did this because some people don't have, $2,497 right up front, okay? It is pricey, but this is from start to finish, okay? Lifetime access, step by step on how to structure your business credit. You need to have an LLC or a corporation to do this. You cannot be a sole prop. The purpose is to separate the entity away from your personal, okay? That's very important to understand that. Listen, thank you so much, everyone that's come, okay? Ask after 3 months. All right. All right, here we go. I'm going to answer one more. Do you keep all this information in your noggin? How do I keep all this information in my noggin, man? I don't know, bro. It's just like I got ADD. My mind is really crazy weird, man. It's not like a normal brain, some people say. Okay. This is a good question. I have a charge off on my account. All right, here we go. I have a charge off on my account and they wrote it off as $3,500 and I still owe $4,500 and my car was repossessed. So this looked as just a charge off or a repossession. It depends on how they reported it on your credit report. A repossession is a charge off, okay? There's no way around that. A charge off is the most delinquent status on your credit report and it is the hardest thing to get off your credit report. The only thing that I know that work successfully against a massive charge-off like this is Metro 2 compliance challenging. And I'm not just saying that because that's what we do. I'm saying that because standard cookie cutter template letters just don't cut it. Sending verbiage like that doesn't cut it because the credit bureaus are verifying the information based on items that are matching. Your addresses and names match to the addresses and names that are hooked up to that account, okay? And this is how they're verifying it. Once it becomes a charge-off status, it is the most difficult to delete from a credit report. Understand that, okay? Unfortunately, there's no easy way to get a charge-off off. But if it's not accurate and it's not complete, okay, that's where we attack it, okay? That's how we attack it to get it off the credit report using Metro 2 compliance challenging. Do you list all the old addresses from when submitting letters to LexisNexis, Station, etc.? Is it what? I don't understand what that question means. I'm just going to leave that. That was a weird question. All right. So listen, thank you everyone for coming to the live. Don't forget, we got the DIY program that's live. We got the new improved business credit building also. I'm going to put the links right here in the comments. The link for the DIY kit is going to be live, okay? The Metro 2 DIY is $50 a month, okay? The link is in the comments. Link is in my bio on TikTok. $50 a month for the DIY. We do full service credit repair, okay? That is $325 to get started, $200 every month after. You get coaching calls with me, one-on-one. You get access to a client portal. You get access to the credit rebuilding course. You get access to updates every 35 days, communication in the client portal. It's a full service credit repair. DIY is the most inexpensive, okay, program that we have. It attacks all negative items. We send the letters to your email. You print them, you mail them, we're done. There's no other services with this. This is why it's very economical and it's very efficient. It is the easiest. You don't have to be an expert. We do all the work for you, okay? We do all the work for you. We create the letter for you, email it to you, you print it, mail it, send it out certified mail, and you're done. That's it, $50 a month. You want full service? Book a consultation, okay, for full service also, okay? Link is in the bio to set up a full consultation. I'm going to put my Stan link also inside here so everybody can go to that link on Facebook and on YouTube, and you can find all of my goodies there in one place, okay? You'll find the DIY program, you'll find the consultations link, and you'll find the business credit link. Everything is in there, okay? So everyone can find everything there. People on TikTok, go to my Stan link in the bio. You'll find it in there, okay? We can try to help you there any way possible. Get it rolling. Now's the time. Get your credit in line because the housing market is going to crash. You want to be able to make a move and get a really good deal on a house. The interest rates are going to start to lower here. We're hoping this next year. So you still got 12 months to get back on track and get your credit back in line, okay? All right. Chris over here knows Limitless Culture is the real deal. We don't play, we get it done, okay? We got the best systems in the industry. Hit us up. You know where to find us. Thank you, everyone that supports us. Thank you, everyone that came to the live. Thank you, everyone. Spread the love. Thank you so much for your support. We love you. Y'all have a good night. Thanks.